All right, welcome everyone. Let's get straight into it. Today we'll start with Forex, then we'll go into crypto. So there'll be two separate videos. Let's have a look at the context on gold. We're still bearish. We're very much so still bearish. That's our hourly high, which we may break. Reason I'm thinking we may break it is because we're respecting demand perfectly, and obviously there was some supply in here which we're pushing through, so I can see us potentially shift to bullish on the hourly. For now, we are still bearish. Looking at it from a local perspective, we could, we might actually have an accumulation here. So I am willing to look at this as a potential pivot. Asia highs are beautifully sitting up here. Yeah, like we haven't even swept this, so we're very much allowed to, you know, come up. At least temporarily. All right, so yeah, Asia high are here. Let's see if there's any other. That's a beautiful POI, but I will need to double check that this hasn't been mitigated on the lower time frame. Otherwise, yeah, this could be a fantastic POI for us to use. Yeah, valid POI. A very valid POI, and we even have extreme liquidity here. Like, once again, we might never get a confirmation here, and that's it. But this is why we need to do the pre-planning. So yeah, like theoretically speaking, this is a counter context move because everything is bearish with the exception of the weekly time frame, which is bullish. But yeah, everything else is bearish, especially lower time frame. So we're looking to long in a bearish sentiment. But the way this is shaping up so far is quite nice, which is why I am not opposed to longing this. We've respected demand perfectly. There was supply in here, which we've failed to break, or which we've not failed to break, we've disrespected completely, and we're looking to push higher. I think we have, yeah, so we're trending bullishly on the 45 minute. The 45 minute time frame is bullish, so the next time frame that isn't bullish but can be bullish is the hourly. So that's expectational order flow is when you switch once 45 minute becomes bullish, then you automatically look to become bullish on the next valid time frame, which is the hourly in our instance. So this move could potentially make us bullish on the hourly, but yeah, we want to see if we can slowly. I don't like how this candle looks at the moment, so I'm kind of hoping for us to slowly come back down, leave behind that nice buy side liquidity, sweep extreme liquidity, mitigate extreme demand, and then break structure, and yeah, essentially long this to range high. So that's the plan here. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, that's it for gold at the moment. We'll be patient. There might even be a little distribution here. We'll see. It's too low time frame for this to be a distribution. I was looking at this as a range with your tap 1, 2, and 3 here, but it's a little too low time frame. Yeah, we'll focus on the bigger picture at hand here, which is this accumulation, and yeah, we will wait and see what happens if we do get any confirmations. All those have been set, and we begin the infamous waiting game, eh? Okay, silver. Silver is a similar story to gold, bearish across the board, minus the bullish time frame. Let me get some water real quick. Okay. So, silver is bearish. We're looking at this potential distribution, which isn't the cleanest. It's definitely not the cleanest. We can all agree to that. But it does align with our bearish context. It is, however, as you can see, leaving behind an okay buy-side liquidity. It's leaving behind some okay buy-side liquidity above here. But there's just so much demand here. And if we look at the demand, it's not crypto, so we don't really need the volume area. But yeah, there is clear demand here. So, and it's not demand connected to the bottom of the range. So when demand is connected to the bottom of the range, then I'm not too worried about it. But if it's not connected to the range low, like there's a good chance price will respect it. That being said, there is buy-side liquidity above, so we can also look at this as a potential accumulation scalp. I'm just wanting to see if there's any more. No, everything has been taken. And we have this clean 5-minute OBIF here, so there could even be a scalp long on silver. I'm happy to take my chances between gold and silver here. Perfect Asia high, range high. This is actually quite nice. Alerts are set there. And then yeah, you've got more demand here. So just be wary of this, but I am a lot more. I'm more focused on the first demand, which is below here. That's my main focus. I feel like you might need to, just be cautious here. I don't like this supply. There's actually, I'm not going to be looking to long this unless supply has been mitigated. And there's actually 2 forms of supply in here. Has this been mitigated? No. No, it hasn't. So yeah, just be cautious here, guys. If you are looking at this to trade it, just know there is quite a bit of supply above us. And the same applies for, these two. I'm going to have to double check to see what gold is looking like. Did gold have some supply that we missed? Honestly, to be completely honest, I wouldn't mind this. If we can do this. Boom. Boom. Create, these 2 key highs. Boom. And then break. That would be nice if we can do something like that. But we will see. Same thing, alerts are set. We'll play the waiting game. As I said earlier, let me double check to see if gold had any demand or supply that we missed. Mitigated. No, not really. Gold's actually looking quite nice. Gold is very much so looking a lot nicer than silver is. So yeah, we'll see what gold does, eh? All right, oil. Yes, that was that daily low on oil. That's why we're still very much so bullish there. Yeah, hourly is bearish. Is it though? Let me double check. So we've broken to bullish here. No, you know what? Hourly is still bullish. Hourly is still bullish. The 4 hour is bearish. That's fine. Yeah, so it's kind of like a neutral context in a way. This is a low time frame, a lower time frame range, and the lower time frame context is bullish. So you could potentially look at this as an accumulation. In terms of extreme liquidity, I would be using this. This is my extreme liquidity. So we will see if we can come down into it. Yeah, honestly, not a whole lot that I'm too interested in at the moment for oil. Like the return to zone could be better. I'll be honest in that regard. Yeah, return to zone can be better. I guess it's with oil right now. It's just we're going to place a bit of importance onto how and if it goes down into this, or more so, if it goes down into this extreme liquidity, it'll be important as to how it goes down into extreme liquidity. Is it going to, if it leaves behind a local return zone, that's kind of all we need. Because the hourly context is still bullish. We've just been SFPing lows so far. So yeah, we can definitely get a bounce, but yeah, it's going to be important to see how we come down into this extreme liquidity. That is it for oil. Yeah, I'll get rid of this. We don't really need it anymore. And session wise, yeah, Asia high has been taken, which is what it is, and Asia low is below. I guess there is. Like you could look at this, but it's just a bit too. It's just a bit too low time for. It's not ideal, is it? Yeah, let's be patient and see what price does here. We've got our alert set. Context, nothing has really changed. I'm just putting alerts to see if it gets past this high. Right. Silver. We've spoken about it. Like even this range contextually, I kind of, yeah. There's a lot of things low quality about this, and also the context that it's at. Like looking to accumulate. Realistically, I shouldn't even have drawn this, but looking to accumulate when we're in the very premium discount of a higher time frame range is always risky, because you can expect range to, price always moves from range high to range low a lot of the time. So we've just hit range high, we've deviated, now we can expect us to move back down. So yeah, be very, very skeptical about trading this. As I said earlier, I would only look to potentially long this if we can mitigate demand, then supply, then back in here and get a nice strong break. And then if we look at gold, once more, like contextualized, gold's kind of in the okay spot to accumulate. Especially the fact that it's been respecting this demand, as we've said. So yeah, let's see what happens. Our GBP JPY long is short, actually. I saw price on my long. Well, price is moving up. It's not ideal, but price is moving up. And it's not even manipulation because it's during a session. So what we can do is chart this as demand and see if price comes back into it. Like, we have created demand, don't get me wrong, but we've also left behind some decent what I'm gonna have to do is lock this. There we go, there's the lock. Boom, perfect. All right, where were we? As much as, yes, so as much as, come on, man. All right, attempt number 3. So as much as price has created demand, we can see here it's left a semi-decent looking return to zone. So we can expect this to get swept, as a lot of time it does. So we will wait and see what happens. And we've even got a bit more refined demand in here. It's like, yeah, it's not ideal that we do have the demand here, but if price was to reject, now would technically now wouldn't be the best because we've actually wicked this. So it's not really valid supply. There's no real supply, to be honest, holding price up at all at the moment. So yeah, let's see what price does. We had silver go off. Okay, step 1 of our master plan's done, which is the mitigation of this demand. Okay, USD JPY. Contextually, we're still at play here. We're still at play nicely. And the one thing I do want to point out, guys, is we could have a fairly decent TCT within TCT. So have a look at this. Off the bat already, bam. This could be nice. A local model within a greater model. Asia low. I am really, really liking this. Asia low is here. Asia low, range low, always a fantastic liquidity target. Extreme liquidity above. I think you can all figure out what the pre-planning is here. Quite simple. Move up. Sweep extreme liquidity of the higher time frame model. And then sweep extreme liquidity, mitigate extreme supply of this low time frame model. Break structure. Bam. There's your entry. But you're not going to target this range low. You're going to target this range low. So yeah, quite simple model here. But let's see if it plays out. We'll set our alerts. And we're still bearish, sorry. We are very much so still bearish. Yeah, I'm really liking how this is shaping up so far. So yeah, keep an eye out on USD JPY. USD CAD. This is looking nice. We've got Asia high here. And we've got Asia high here again. Valid extreme liquidity. Wow, this could be really, really nice. Okay, valid extreme liquidity. Contextually speaking, are we still bearish on the hourly? Probably. Yeah, we are still very much so bearish on the hourly, but everything else remains bullish. So yeah, I don't mind what price is doing at the moment. I really don't mind it. Just be aware there is supply here, which has been mitigated. With this model, I'm only going to be looking for a retest entry if we get the opportunity. If there's no POI, then I'm not chasing this at all. And there's also no real break of structure here, by the way. So this is a break of structure, but the break of structure is in supply. In terms of a POI that I'm willing to look at, probably this. There's no other real POI that would be of interest. That's been mitigated. But I will need a break of structure. Pretty simple there. Like, there is a bit of room for error. To an extent, you got... to an extent. Like, even from the 10-minute time frame, I don't like how we've done those wicks. But that could just be more liquidity added on as fuel to the fire. Ideally, yeah, is that supply? See, I don't like how we've done this. The return to zone can be better. Like, you got your... Like, if you're going to be looking at this from a room of error perspective, you've got supply. Yes, we're very bullish, but this can be a local top. It looks to be a local top. Return to zone is not the best. I don't mind this candle here. Asia high is here, unmitigated, unswept. Asia high from the previous session is also range high. Once again, I don't mind that. Looking locally, is there any more supply that we've missed? Not really. It's just this here. This is invalid. This is a valid supply block. We ran through that, which is good. If we can mitigate this, would be nice. But then again, as I've already said, I'm not chasing this as an entry. So unless price can come and mitigate this and give me an entry, then I'm not willing to enter. Okay, we've mitigated that as well. Perfect. So if we can now pull back and sweep this, that would be, or mitigate that demand, that would be nice. But who knows? So yeah, our break of structure was here. And yeah, technically speaking, we've actually created demand on the break of structure, which is a good sign. If you entered on the break, but you shouldn't be entering on the break full stop because there's supply above. Yeah, you'd net yourself a nice 3 RR minimum. If I enter with 0.25% at this demand, put my stops below here. What is the not too bad actually, 5 risk to reward. A very tight entry here. Could be at play. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. It's actually not bad. 3.4 position size for a. We'll see what price does. For 0.25% risk on this. Right, I've set end limit buy, so I'm going to monitor and see if price is going to come and wick it or not. 0.25% risk. So yeah, we are, to clarify, we are in a confirmed Model 2. It's actually a quite nice confirmed Model 2. This, like, as a ranging environment, in terms of the Model 2s that I've traded, this looks really, really clean. Should we ever get a pullback? All right, let's move on. GBP USD. Not a whole lot here. It's already a confirmed Model 1, which essentially confirmed the extended tap of a Model 1 going into a Model 2. What rectangle did GBP JPY enter? Okay. Come on, go down, go down, go down. This is by far already the longest trade I've been in. Remember, I have already de-risked this at a profit. So this is a win-win. This is a win-win trade. There's nothing I can lose on this. I've only got a whopping 50 RR to gain from this. That is the position you guys want to be in as a trader. Get to a point where you can de-risk pretty quick and de-risk in profit. And yeah, you've pinpointed the move or the pivot point on such a high time frame where you can then just de-risk and let it run. Where am I? USD CAD. Yeah, that's. We got maybe here we get a little retest. We'll see. In terms of an extended PI, this is actually where you want to be. Like, look at that. Nice. Yeah, like we're even leaving behind supply, which is always a bonus. I don't like that actually, my apologies. Asia high has been taken, Asia low untapped. Asia low from previous day also untapped, so that's quite nice. That's actually really, really nice. Boom. Yeah, so some really nice liquidity there. Really nice there. Hourly. Yeah, honestly, I'm willing to try this if we can get a pullback into supply. Still bullish on the hourly, but we're obviously bearish on everything else. So I'm willing to enter essentially here, put my stops there. And that alone will give me a semi-decent 3.61 risk to reward. Like this here isn't really valid demand. These are just fair value gaps. There's no valid demand here. Maybe this, but you have this, but it means nothing. It doesn't sweep anything. Like this is not demand. It is demand, but it's not good demand. It's not the demand that we want. So well, we'll do some pre-planning for GBP USD if we get it. Have a feeling we might not. Did we break structure? Yeah, we would have had to, eh? Yeah, look at this beautiful break of structure here. Wow. It's pretty much the same, is it? I think it's the same. That's A1, and then A1, yeah. We've made equal highs here. That's hilarious. Well, let's pre-plan for this as well. When did this confirm? Confirmed at 5, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, like this supply here just is all you need to know that a market maker is stepping in. So yeah, let's calculate a potential entry here on GBP USD. Okay, this would be a 2.14 entry. Just be mindful that we have created demand as well here. I do need a break as well, so I'm not limit entering here. I need to see us react from the supply. Oh, what's USD CAD doing? All right, we've got our alert set. Let's get the ball rolling again. Mitigated supply nicely. Perfect supply mitigation, to be honest. Yeah, perfect supply mitigation. Not a whole lot at the moment. Just be a bit more patient. See what price does. No real demand in here. It's kind of all been unless that's something right there. This is so far this is allowed, but we're gonna go down to the minute. You know what? That's valid demand. That is very much so valid demand. Yeah, alerts are set. Not a whole lot more to do on USD CHF. Order flow remains the same. Yeah, just be patient. All right, NZD CAD. Oh, maybe shift to bullish on the hourly. Yes, there's our shift. We are now bullish on the hourly, ladies and gentlemen. Bullish. Za za za. Za za za. Boom. There it is. Boom. I'll tell you some buzz at parties. I'll tell you some buzz at parties. Yeah, that's kind of it for NZD CAD. Not a whole lot interesting from a local standpoint. We've just broken to bearish, so well, that price will probably continue to move up at least a little bit. Yeah, give it more time. Give this pair more time. Ladies and gents, I'll tell you some buzz at parties. All right, let's have a look at these two bad boys. What's going on? All right, USD CAD, where was I? Yeah, ideally, price can give me a nice little slow churn into here, break of structure, and we're off and away again. And GBP USD was okay. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. AUD CHF. I'm seeing some 1 minute supply. How essential or critical this is, we're gonna zoom out and find out. Okay, so we mitigated this higher time frame supply, but we front ran this inefficiency there. So maybe we come back up, who knows? Yeah, still bearish on the hourly. You know what could be interesting, to be honest, is a range from here. I will allow something like this if we can continue coming back up. But I'm also aware that there's a lot of liquidity just chilling here, which is getting ready to get swept. So we might just flush down. Boom. We'll see. Yeah, also the fact that we have created some local supply in here. We will see. This will probably get mitigated quite soon. All right. Yeah, like beautiful, beautiful liquidity here. May as well mark it. Why not? Why not? But yeah, contextually expect lower. That is also why I'm trying to pre-plan this distribution, because I am expecting lower, but we might get lower without the distribution. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. GBP NZD. Bullish on the hourly, they say. How true is that? Bearish on the hourly now. And still bullish on the 4 hour. Yeah. Everything else remains bullish with the exception of the hourly time frame, which is now bearish. Yeah, and also the fact that we're so close to the range low, I'm not really looking to accumulate or distribute at the moment. I'm just waiting to see what price is going to do. Yeah, I'll just be patient here. We've also got quite a bit of demand below. Just stay patient, lads. Lads and ladies. Yeah, that's all I got for GBP and ZD. That is all I got. AUD CAD. Mitigated that nicely. Sentiment might be bullish now on AUD CAD. Oh, not yet. Still bearish. We've SFP'd the hourly high here. Oh, no. What's AUD CHF doing? Ah, fair enough. Well, while we're here, let's check our favorite pairs, eh? When in Rome, as they say. I feel like we're gonna go higher, to be honest. Even here, like we're leaving demand. I feel like we've missed this entry. What else did we have? Yeah, there you go. Two lovely, lovely entries. We'll keep the ball rolling. So yeah, AUD CAD, SFP this. Still bearish on the hourly. Maybe something happens here, we'll see. Wouldn't necessarily count on it. This is technically a confirmed Model 1. Just saying. It's not clean, but it's a Model 1. But yeah, we've obviously failed to break structure on the hourly, so could be quite detrimental here to our what other POIs are here? I'm looking for demand, looking for demand, looking for demand. This is it right here. Valid demand. We'll see if we can respect this as an extended tap. But this model just has no return to zone. Like, that is what I don't like about it. Yes, we're fairly bullish. We've left lovely liquidity above. Like, these are just waiting to get taken out, but there is just no return to zone on this local model. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Got a little 10-minute OBIF here. Kind of want this to get ran through, to be honest. It hasn't been mitigated locally, so it's valid. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Ideally, I want us to mitigate off this and create a nice return to zone coming into this demand POI. So we will see what happens. But yeah, in terms of this, still bearish on the hourly, still bearish on the 4 hourly, obviously. And yeah, daily and weekly remains bullish. So yeah, patience. Patience, ladies and gentlemen. AUD USD. Yeah, still bearish on the hourly. Very much so. Can I draw a range from here? I can, but the only range I'm seeing at the moment is kind of this, which is sort of counter context at the moment. Yeah, nothing has changed though. Still bearish on the hourly, still bearish on the 4 hourly. Yeah, you're kind of just going to need price to do its thing here. There is supply there, but oh, actually no. Never mind. Yeah. Just let this range play out. And yeah, just be mindful that there's heavy demand below. All right, CHF JPY. Like I'm seeing this contextually. Contextually, we are bearish on the hourly. Boom, boom, boom. There's our break. So we will see if we continue that. Same thing. I'm just going to draw my alerts here. There's no real. We're honestly just in a range at the moment. In a recently confirmed range, so anything can really happen. Just got to be patient and see what price decides to do. This is now bearish. Okay, we'll leave that as is. GBP AUD. Well, we're going high here. This range is no longer of interest to me. Boom. Boom. Obviously still very much so bullish. Yeah, still bullish. I'm not going to look at drawing this as a range. Given we are bullish, what I will do is look for demand creations. We have something here. This was a nice, sort of nice accumulation. Yeah, nothing at the moment. We got demand here. Price has a lot of reason to go higher. We haven't broken too bearish. Yeah. We're in a confirmed model. Damn, we really could have sniped this at the bottom. Well, we sort of did, but just didn't pull the trigger on it. So yeah, wait and be patient, guys. Wait and be patient. So if this ends up becoming something, it's not. It's counter context. Don't overthink it, Livu. Don't overthink it. All right, Euro NZD. That's an inside bar candle, so that's not valid structural break. We have mitigated demand. Expect higher. Boom. Yeah, with this at the moment, just same thing. There's nothing really we can try and pull or like try milk a range pull from anywhere. Just be patient. We'll leave Euro NZD as is. Maybe if we can pull back and then create a range, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Euro GBP. This doesn't look good already. Okay, bullish on the alley. This is a mess. We're bullish. Broke to bearish. Just a valid structure because we have these two higher than the previous. Boom, broke to bullish. So hourly remains bullish. Is there supply created or demand created? Let's have a look. Not valid because there's only one bullish candle that follows. This range is cooked. This range is absolutely cooked. You mean? Surprise, surprise. That king is back. Boom, okay, mitigated. Wow. Definitely nothing here to do, but wait for some price action. Man. Yeah, just be patient. Alright, last but not least, Euro USD. Give us something. Tease us. Give us something good. Hourly. Boom. Still an uptrend. Perfect. Bullish on the hourly. Bearish on the 4? Yeah, still. Alright, maybe we catch something like this. We will see. Alerts are set. Not a whole lot I'm interested in for Euro USD at the moment. I will also make note of this demand. If valid. Okay, not valid. Mitigated on lower time frame, but we can boom. Okay. That's it. That's it for Forex. Gold was our main priority in commodities. Although I feel like we're not going to get that confirmation. Or maybe we are. Yeah, it's just not nice, isn't it? Probably not. We'll see. And then in terms of Forex, we got, what do we have? USD JPY here is on the verge of forming something. Yeah, so USD JPY was on the verge of forming a high probability as fuck short option, so short opportunity. So leave this as is. Let's wait and see what happens. And then in terms of what's pretty much confirmed, we're just looking for a pullback and re-entry. We have GBP USD and USD CAD. So yeah, alerts are set. Be patient. We'll see what happens. Asia high hasn't been swept yet, which can favor us. But yeah, we'll wait and see. Alerts have been set. Thank you all for listening, for watching. Subscribe if you've made it this far, and look out for the crypto update, which will go out soon. Peace.